Imagine holding a book that has journeyed through over 600 years of history. Its pages are filled with thousands of neatly written words, alongside hundreds of intricate, peculiar illustrations. It is a genuine artifact, carbon dated to the early 15th century. Yet, despite its age and apparent authenticity, not a single human being has ever been able to read a coherent sentence from it. It's an elaborate puzzle, a deep secret locked away in plain sight. What ancient wisdom, or perhaps, what startling deception, does this mysterious volume contain? And why has it defied every attempt to be understood? Our story truly begins in 1912, when a Polish-American rare book dealer named Wilfred Voynich stumbled upon this enigmatic tome. He acquired it from a collection of Jesuit priests at Villa Mondragone in Frascati, Italy. The Jesuits, it seemed, had no idea what it was, or what it said, having inherited it centuries earlier. Voynich, a shrewd and determined bibliophile, immediately recognized its unique nature. He spent the remainder of his life trying to decipher its contents, believing it to be a work of immense historical and intellectual value. But even he, with his vast knowledge, could not unlock its secrets. Through careful historical research, we know the manuscript's journey back to the 17th century, when it belonged to Emperor Rudolph II, who reportedly paid a princely sum for it, believing it to be the work of the English friar, Roger Bacon. It then passed through the hands of various scholars and alchemists, each hoping to unravel its mysteries. In 2009, radiocarbon dating confirmed its parchment was created between 1404 and 1438, placing it firmly in the early Renaissance period. This makes it an incredibly rare survivor, a physical link to a time of profound intellectual and artistic change, yet one that resists understanding. Let's turn the pages and step inside the Voynich manuscript itself. The book is organized into sections, often named after their dominant illustrations. One of the largest is the herbal section, filled with drawings of plants. At first glance, they appear to be botanical illustrations, meticulously detailed. However, here's where the mystery deepens: most of these plants do not correspond to any known species on Earth, living or extinct. They possess bizarre root systems, fantastical flowers, and leaves arranged in unnatural ways. It's as if the illustrator was depicting flora from another world entirely, or from a forgotten realm of imagination. Another striking section is the balneological or nymphs section. Here, the pages are dominated by drawings of small, nude women, often depicted bathing in strange, interconnected pools or elaborate plumbing systems. Their bodies are sometimes shown in unusual poses, sometimes with enlarged stomachs, leading to theories of reproductive or medicinal purposes. Elsewhere, the manuscript features cosmological diagrams, intricate circular charts resembling astronomical maps, but again, they don't align with any known celestial observations of the time. The symbols and arrangements within them are utterly alien, hinting at an understanding of the cosmos we simply don't possess. Beyond the illustrations, the core of the mystery lies in the text itself. The manuscript is written entirely in an unknown script. This isn't a known historical language that's simply fallen out of use, it's a unique system of characters that no one has ever seen anywhere else. Paleographers, experts in ancient writing systems, have confirmed it bears no resemblance to Latin, Greek, Hebrew, or any other known script from any era. This unique alphabet, with its flowing, repetitive characters, makes the Voynich manuscript a linguistic anomaly, a complete outlier in the history of human communication, begging the question, what is it? For centuries, countless brilliant minds have attempted to decipher the Voynich manuscript. These are not amateur enthusiasts, but world-class cryptographers, experts in the art of breaking codes and ciphers. They have applied every known technique, from frequency analysis, which looks at how often certain characters appear, to more complex statistical methods. What they found was fascinating: the text appears to follow some linguistic rules. There are consistent character patterns, word lengths, and phrases. It doesn't look like random gibberish. Yet, it resists all conventional decryption methods, a frustrating, tantalizing riddle. The roster of those who have tried and failed to read the Voynich is a who's who of intelligence. During World War I and II, top American and British codebreakers, individuals who successfully cracked some of the most complex military ciphers, turned their attention to the Voynich. William Friedman, the chief cryptographer for the U.S. Army and a key figure in breaking Japanese codes, dedicated years to it. He and his team concluded it was likely a language, but one that defied their formidable skills. Their failure underscores the manuscript's unique challenge: if the best codebreakers in history couldn't crack it, what hope is there? One of the most enduring theories is that the Voynich manuscript is written in a lost or obscure natural language, perhaps from a forgotten civilization, encoded using a complex cipher. Proponents argue that the text exhibits statistical properties similar to real languages, such as Zipf's law, which describes the frequency distribution of words. If true, the challenge isn't the code itself, but identifying the base language and its unique grammar. However, the sheer absence of any known linguistic parallels, combined with the unusual structure of its words, many appearing to be composed of repeating syllable-like structures, makes this theory difficult to prove. Given the herbal and balneological sections, another popular theory is that the manuscript contains secret scientific or medical knowledge. In the medieval era, scientific advancements were often closely guarded, passed down in coded texts to prevent misuse or persecution. Could the strange plants be metaphorical representations of remedies, or perhaps accurate depictions of undiscovered flora with unique medicinal properties? The astronomical diagrams might hint at a forgotten understanding of the cosmos. However, without a key to the language, this remains pure speculation, leaving invaluable knowledge, if it exists, forever out of reach. Closely related to secret knowledge is the idea that the Voynich manuscript is an alchemical grimoire, a book of magical spells or scientific recipes from the practice of alchemy. Alchemy, a blend of early chemistry, philosophy, and mysticism, often involved secret symbols in coded language to describe complex processes like transmuting base metals into gold or creating elixirs for immortality. The bizarre illustrations, especially the plants and strange diagrams, fit the aesthetic of alchemical texts. However, traditional alchemical symbols are known and understood. The Voynich's unique script and imagery don't conform, making it, even for an alchemical text, unusually obscure. Perhaps the most controversial, yet compelling, theory is that the Voynich manuscript is an elaborate hoax. Could it be a masterful forgery, created to fool an unsuspecting collector like Emperor Rudolph II? Some researchers argue that the text, while appearing structured, might be a cleverly crafted form of meaningless writing designed to mimic a language without actually being one. The strange illustrations could be part of the deception, crafted to look profound while signifying nothing. However, creating such a voluminous, consistent, and complex text with a unique script over 600 years ago would itself be a monumental undertaking, almost as impressive as genuine knowledge. Finally, we encounter the wildest, yet in its desperation, almost understandable theory: could the Voynich manuscript have an extraterrestrial origin? If it's not a lost human language, not a scientific code we understand, not an alchemical text, and not a hoax, what then? Could it be a message from an alien civilization, perhaps left behind by visitors, or copied from a text they brought? This theory, while lacking any scientific evidence, springs from the sheer frustration of all other avenues leading to dead ends. It's a testament to how profoundly the manuscript has defied human comprehension, pushing some to consider explanations beyond our world. In recent years, the challenge of the Voynich manuscript has been taken up by artificial intelligence and machine learning. Researchers are feeding the entire text into advanced algorithms, hoping that patterns invisible to the human eye might be detected. These AI programs can analyze vast amounts of data, compare linguistic structures, and even attempt to translate based on statistical probabilities from other languages.